Xcel Energy has plans to prevent future wildfires sparked by its lines. Yes, this plan involves precautionary blackouts. Yes, the plan involves burying some power lines underground. And yes, it costs a lot of money. Our Marshall Zellinger looks at what kind of wildfire prevention you can get for nearly $2 billion of your money.
Xcel just filed its wildfire mitigation plan, consisting of hundreds of documents, like this map showing wildfire risk areas on a scale of yellow, low, to red, high, and this chart explaining how public safety power shutoffs would work in the future, highlighting more communication. And then there's this footnote that basically says if the power is shut off and a fire happens, the fire is not proof that a shutoff should have been implemented. And on the flip side, if a shutoff happens and there is no fire, there is no proof that it was really prevented.
I think the footnote that you just read is another way of saying you can't prove a negative.
Xcel Energy Colorado President Robert Kenney defended the price tag of public safety, which includes $200 million to put 50 miles of power lines underground over 3 years, and artificial intelligence cameras to detect wildfire smoke. A total wildfire mitigation plan of $1.9 billion over 3 years.
$9 a month, less than 30 cents a day.
And for that money, you'll get more maintenance, like poles being inspected and replaced, and weeds mowed. Isn't that something as an Xcel customer we're already giving Xcel money for?
This plan increases the size, the scope, and the scale of the work that we are doing. We inspect approximately 20,000 distribution poles a year with our overhead line inspections. Due to the fact of climate change and increased risk in the state of Colorado, we will be inspecting approximately 44,000 poles in year one of execution of the plan.
If Xcel does a public safety power shutoff, the power cannot be turned back on until Xcel visually inspects each line. Last month, PUC Commissioner Eric Blank asked if the company could speed up the process without having to look at each power line.
Whether that's a foot patrol or the use of a drone or a helicopter, we have to actually look at the equipment to be certain that equipment hasn't fallen to the ground, that you then re-energize and create the very risk that you were trying to mitigate.
Let's say you're interested in learning more about this wildfire mitigation plan yourself. You're in luck because there's a website that you're not going to be able to really follow it all. There were 106 documents filed today as part of the wildfire mitigation plan. It had included like that cover page of if they're going to do the public safety power shutoff, which includes this map of red, orange, and yellow, just indicating that you live in a dangerous area or not. And then this is how they're going to communicate with the public about shutting people's power off. 8 pages there. There's just hundreds of pages, Kyle, that I get mind-numbing about because, one, reading them all, but two, also making this accessible to people. Xcel says they're going to go have town halls to describe what's in here. But there's some stuff in here that we find that people don't always talk about when they're giving the bullet points. And I just wish this were an easier process. It's going to take 6 to 12 months where you're going to get hundreds and thousands of more pages of documents filed.
I don't know. It sounds like job security for you, Marshall. I mean, but for real though, I mean, I respect Xcel for going out and doing town halls, but at the end of the day, like they're out there pitching their side of the story on it. But it's also good to have journalists who are not just repeating Xcel talking points on television, but are actually digging into those hundreds of pages of documents and asking some questions before we get to that final number and those final impacts.
And I understand that people only probably care about what that final number is. How much is my bill going to go up? But what that won't tell you is how many times are they going to shut your power off? What's the criteria to shut your power off? What's the criteria to get it back on? How many hours do they have to get it back on? Like that's what's in these documents that is not going to show up on your bill.
Yeah, I mean, we're truly talking about issues of life or death. It's important. So we're going to spend some time here talking about it. Marshall, thank you.